Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, where we talk about all things glam and all things girly. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorite, these products have become holy grail status for me, and some new products that are on the market that I am trying for the first time, but these are some good products. And what's even better is that all of these products I'm sharing with you, you can pick up at Beautylish because they are hosting their gift card event. It starts today, October the 19th, and it ends on Sunday, October the 22nd at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you've never heard of this, this is where for every $100 you spend, you get a $20 gift card that's emailed to you usually they get it to you within a week, sometimes 2 weeks, but definitely within 2 weeks, and you're free to use that gift card during the holidays on their website. So it's a great time to snag some of your favorite products, rack up those gift cards, because you already know you're going to be spending them literally in the next couple of weeks because the holiday season is upon us. So stay tuned for all of my recommendations, seeing how I created this look, because everything that's on my face I will be sharing with you today. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, I would love for you to click that subscribe button, join the Glam Girl Squad, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for stopping by again and supporting my channel. I truly do appreciate it. And let's get right into this video. I just want to say thank you so much to Beautylish for sending over the majority of the products that I'm going to talk to you about today. I am so excited about this face. First of all, do you see it? It's serving face. It's giving face, and I am loving it. Okay. So I started off with the eyes for this look. I'm just going to go in order of how I did my face, and then I will share with you at the after the face tutorial some other products that I really enjoy that I think you should pick up or consider picking up during the Beautylish gift card event. Groundwork palette, Danessa Myricks. When I say I can't put this down, this has become holy grail status. I actually have another one for my makeup artistry kit. This is mine that I use personally. This palette literally has been game changer for me. There is very rarely a palette that comes across the market that you literally can use all over your face, on every aspect of your face, and get a full-on look. The only thing this palette is missing is a true dead-on foundation shade for me. And that's it. I literally can put on foundation, put on concealer, and use this powder to set my under eyes, bronzer, blush. I use this shade for blush if I want to. Eyes, eyeliner, tight line, mascara, tourmaline for mascara. What else did we say? Oh, of course, eyeshadow. There's no highlight. All the shades in here are matte. That's the only thing. And then lips. Literally, this palette, every time I do my makeup, I am picking up this palette for some aspect of my makeup. The month of September, this was the only palette I was reaching for. Honestly, I don't think I really wore shimmer or highlight the month of September because this palette just gave it to me. It is beautiful. So we get 12 shades, 2 formulations. You have the Velvet Pomade formulation that is so smooth, and you can use this formulation anywhere along the face. I love using it for my lip liner. It's actually what I use today for my lip liner. We'll see that toward the end of the video. And then you have the Shape and Fix powder that also has Upsolite in it, so it's going to be great for setting. And it's just phenomenal. It is phenomenal. The pans are removable. You just lift them up here. So if you are a makeup artist, or even if you're not, but you're just traveling and you want to put the pans in one of your magnetized palettes that's a little bit smaller, this is great. It also comes with a really great size mirror. I mean, I cannot sing the praises of this palette enough. I have a dedicated review on it, but when I tell you this is one of the best products that was released this entire year, hands down, the best. Okay, so I started off this eye look going in with the Velvet Pomade shade of Mirage. I love using this shade Mirage to just kind of blank out my lids a little bit, give them a bit more uniformity. And then we went in with Miss Char Girls, her Beautyverse eyeshadow palette. First of all, can we get into how cute and pretty this outer packaging is? I will say Charlotte Girl gives it to us every time with some really pretty packaging. Here is the eyeshadow palette. At this point, I'm pretty sure you've already seen this eyeshadow palette in action. But I wanted to see for myself how I liked it, how these shades would look upon me. Beautylish did send this one to me. And I'm going to say, I enjoy this palette. So After I went in with the shade Mirage from the Groundwork palette, I went in with this pink shade here. This is going to be what she calls the Cosmic Pink shade, and it's a Future Matte formula. So with this Future Matte, this is going to give us like soft focus type of matte formulation. This palette is limited edition, and I really like the matte shades. They're very smooth. They almost feel like velvet, if you will, like a very smooth velvety matte shade. They are buildable, and I do feel like we get really good pigmentation on these matte shades. I will say, I think we could have gone deeper with this shade here to just make this palette a little bit more inclusive for any type of complexion. These tones I feel like can work for the majority of complexions, but if you do have a deeper skin tone, you're probably going to have to reach out of this palette to get a deeper depth shade. And then also, if you are more light in your complexion, you might have to reach out of you definitely would have to reach out of this palette for like maybe a transition shade. So I would say if you use this palette, look at this palette as almost a complementary palette. I was able to get a full-on look here, but if I wanted to go deeper with the eyes, smoke it out a little bit more, I would have to reach out of this palette to get a depth shade. So just putting that out there. But the mattes blended really smoothly. So after going in with the matte shades, all shades blended out really nicely. And I do like that all matte shades look different. Like I can distinctively see them on the eye. So they didn't all blend into one look after using all of the matte shades. Then I went in with the Crystal Glow shades. These shades right here are what she calls the Crystal Glow shade. And then she has one Party Topper shade, which is right here. To me, the Crystal Glow shades and the Party Topper shades, in terms of formulation, I feel like the formulations are very similar. You might get a little more razzle dazzle from this Party Topper shade, but I'll do quick swatches of them so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. All of them, the Party Topper shade and the Crystal Glow shade, they do apply better with your finger. The shade right here is the Party Topper, and then all of these are Crystal Glow shades. And to me, like, this one's just a little bit more sheer and opaque, but when applying them with a brush, they really do apply essentially the same. The biggest difference is that you can build in pigmentation with these Crystal Glow shades versus the Party Topper shade is going to be just, for the most part, a topper shade. Either way, you're getting a really beautiful, like, just, you know, I like to call these types of shades fairy dust shades. Really beautiful fairy dust type of shade on the eyes. I think these shades right here will be great for like quick one and done types of looks because they are so metallic, iridescent. They do have a couple of shifts to them, especially these shades right here. I would say this one too has a little bit of a shift. These two have more of a shift as well. So I feel like this palette is great for someone who's like, I want a palette with a little bit of diversity of looks. I don't want too much, but I want something that's really easy, simple to use and get a really beautiful kind of effortless eye look. I think that's where Charlotte Tilbury really thrives in terms of her eyeshadows. She's not trying to like give you all the color, give you all like the razzle dazzle and like the most pigmented shades. She's just gonna make your eyes pop. She's gonna make your eyes look like, what is that? That is beautiful. It's simple, it's quick, but it's effective. That is where she thrives for me. And that's what I like her for. And I think this is a really beautiful palette. So very happy to have and try this one. So I paused the eyes and went on to the face. So I went in today with a mini size of the Universal Balm Powder. If you know me, like, this is no new news. Shoot, if you don't know me, Balm Powder blew up last year. So everybody's talking about it. Everyone loves it. It is an amazing product. But if you haven't heard of it, really quick, it is formulated with this chemical property called Upsolite, which is going to control your oils, blur the skin, and refine the skin. This is a balm powder in the shade 6. So this is what I use if I want to use this as like a really light coverage to the face. And it is perfection. It is the beautifulest, softest matte look on the skin. If you have dry skin, go in with a really hydrating primer, and then this will work beautifully for you. If you have oily skin, honey, just go straight in with it. You will love it. So my go-to complexion look for months now. Like, I started doing this combination in the summer, and I have not let it go. I'll go in with a combination of this. So for today, I went in with the Universal Balm Powder. And then for my foundation, I went in with the Yummy Skin Tint. I wear shade 10. This skin tint is bae, okay? I didn't get a chance to do a full review on the skin tint because I got my tonsils taken out like right when it came out. However, this is the most versatile skin tint I believe on the market. When I say versatile, you can wear it like a traditional skin tint. You can actually build to coverage like I have now. So I feel like on my face, we've got a nice medium coverage of product. This has color correcting properties in it. So if you do have some discoloration, then you don't have to necessarily worry about adding a color corrector if you don't want to. Depending on the amount of hyperpigmentation that you do have, this gives you some slight color correction. It's one of those like one and done, I'm gonna slap something on my face and be out the door. This product can do it all. Today I did go in with color correction because I've noticed that even though I don't have significant hyperpigmentation around my mouth, if I have not shaved my mustache, okay, or just in general, I will get that gray look around my mouth. So I have been loving the shade Core from the Groundwork palette in the Velvet Pomade formula as my color correction. And for my concealer, Vision Cream Cover shade N06. Danessa Myricks, y'all know my love for her, like all her products are just amazing. So with Vision Cream Cover, this is a pigment. It has no water in it, so you can use it and manipulate it however you want it to be. So I put a literal dot on the back of my hand, and then I will blend that out across the center of my face to give me just a slight highlighted effect. But as you can see, it provides a ton of coverage. You can of course shear this out, so mixing both of these together gives you a really beautiful solid medium coverage. Or you can shear it out with your moisturizer. Like, you can do anything you want with this because it is a literal pigment. So this has been my combination of complexion. Sometimes I'll go in with the Balm Powder in shade 6 with Vision Cream Cover. Sometimes I'll do Balm Powder in shade 6 with the Yummy Skin Tint. Like, these three products have been my combination of complexion for months now, and I absolutely love it. Completely flawless, lasts infinitely, and the face looks amazing. So after that, Evolution Powder shade 01. This has been just standard for me for like well over a year now. I have it in 2 shades. I love to use it, actually I have it in 3 shades. I love to use shade 01 as my T-zone setting powder just on a traditional day. I'll go in with shade 02. So as you can see, it's a little more tan, a little more tan. I'll use this along the perimeter of the face just to set the face. And then she came out with a pink shade. So this is what I use when I want to go full glam, because this gives me like that full glam, like not too a highlighted effect under the eye, but enough to where it's like, ooh, honey child, that under eye is set and bright. So I use this for like full glam looks. I think she comes in like 8 shades, like the most softest blurring powder, I believe, on the market. It's absolutely my favorite. Highly recommend it. Okay, so then after I did the face, I went back to the eyes. Yes, finished off the eyes. So I went in with the deepest shade in the Beautyverse palette along the lower lash line. And then I went in with this purpley shade and then topped it with this lighter shade. I love how this eye look came together. It's really beautiful, not too complicated, but gives you dimension. And all of these shades play really nicely together. At one point, I was just thinking of going with like the cooler tones, but then I couldn't help myself. And I was like, they all look great on the eye. So I really like this palette. I think it's one that if you are interested in it, I think you will enjoy it. So for brows, I went in with Groundwork. My go-to brow combination, because I like my brows to be a little more cool toned, is going to be taking Tourmaline in the Velvet Pomade formula and mixing it with Chiseled in the Velvet Pomade formula. You could already see half of Chiseled is black because I just dipped my pencil back and forth into it. That's what I use for my brows. And then I went in with Tourmaline as my tight line and liner for my lower lash line. You can use Tourmaline as a mascara. I saw a makeup artist do it and I was like, there you go. So I requested a few brushes from Beautylish from the brand MyKitCo. One of my absolute favorite brush brands, hands down. And I wanted to try this particular brush. So this is the 1.25 MyKitCo brush. It's the My Lash Groomer. So I saw a makeup artist dip this in tourmaline and then use it as mascara. And I was like, I need this for my kit. So this is going in my makeup artistry kit so that I can use this for mascara. But so after the eyes were done, went in with bronzer. Okay, Hourglass Snake Palette. So I've had a few of you guys ask me to review this palette. And I'll be honest, I wasn't going to pick this palette up because of a couple of reasons. Number one, I felt like all three of the palettes that they came out with this year looked quite similar. And then the palettes that came out last year, I really enjoyed them, but I don't reach for them as much. So I was like, I'm not going to buy them if I feel like I'm not going to reach for them. Then I heard that the Snake palette had 5 out of the 6 shades, 5 of them are new shades. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'll pick this up during the Sephora Savings event. But when Beautylish reached out to me and said, hey, we'd like to work with you on this video, I was like, great. I'll request it from Beautylish. So thank you to Beautylish for sending this over. So here is the Snake palette. Like I said, 5 out of the 6 shades are new shades. So the only repeat shade is the finishing powder shade here in Radiant Light. Yes, this is Radiant Light. But the blushes and the bronzer are the new shades in the palette. So I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy this palette. I think it is beautiful. And I really like the effortless and just, you know, staple Hourglass look that their palettes give, that their powders give. Every time I use an Hourglass powder, I do say to myself, why don't I use these more? Because their finishing powder gives such the most ethereal glow on the face. It is like a little sickening how good it looks on the face. This radiant powder or this finishing powder, if you ever have to do like Zoom calls or you work in an office where the lighting just makes you look like eerie and green and just, pop this finishing powder on your face. I'm telling you, you will come back to life. You will look like a normal person with the most beautifulest glow. It really is so reflective and just beautiful. Now, my biggest critique with this palette, I haven't done a full-on review on it. Let me know down below if y'all want me to do a review, because I'm thinking of doing a review of this one and comparing it to the palettes last year. But some really just quick critiques is I wish we would have had more diverse shades for the blushes. I feel like on me, you really can't see too much of a difference in terms of tones of these blushes. Formulation, you do see the shimmer that I applied on my cheeks, not today, but in the clip that you watched. But I feel like all in all, there's really no differentiation of these blush shades, especially when you get it on deeper complexions. And I would even say on lighter complexions, you really may not be able to see the difference once they're on the face. So I do wish that that was deeper. Highlight is beautiful. Bronzer, I don't think if you're too much deeper than me, you're going to be able to really use the bronzer as a bronzer. I was able to use it today as a bronzer. I think it's a really beautiful warm bronzer, but we all know Hourglass can do so much better. They did better last year. In the palette that I got, that bronzer shade was nice and deep, but we know they can do better. And we're going to continue to hold them to that standard. They're going to do better. I have faith in Hourglass that they're going to do better. But all in all, I think this is a beautiful palette. If you've never tried the Hourglass powders, I will say they are truly beautiful. They are worth the investment. Then after that, we went in with Charlotte Tilbury again. I wanted to try her new Hollywood Blush and Glow Glide palette. So I asked Beautylish to send me both of them, and I was happy to see that both work on my complexion. So here is the palette for fair to medium skin. We've got our blush and our highlight. Love that the blush is not too cool and ashy, and as well for the highlighter. I like that the highlighter actually is a highlighter that has a little bit of depth to it, so I feel like that makes it more useful for complexions. This highlighter here is one of my favorite types of highlighters to wear. I like more champagne-y highlighters. I love a pink base highlighter that's not too pink, it's not too silver, it's like pink champagne-y. So this is beautiful to me. I really like it. As you can see, it has worn a bit, but I do feel like the formula is buildable. So let's apply like a little bit more because it is quite pigmented. We can definitely build the pigmentation there to where you can see it a little bit more prominently. But beautiful soft matte formula, and I like that it comes with a nice size mirror. So great and compact. And then we get on to the palette that's for tan to deep skin. So this is the side that I have this palette on, and I'm not gonna lie, This is my favorite. This particular palette I love because I can use this matte shade for blush and bronzer. Like if I wanted to do a nice blush or bronzer for the day, so I'm kind of rushing, don't have time to do all the steps, this works as a twofer for me. And I also like that the highlighter is not too deep, because sometimes with palettes that are for deeper complexions, if they're actually made the way they should, the highlighter tends to be too deep for me. This one I feel like is like as deep as I could go without it looking a little too casty. So I think that this is a beautiful shade that they chose for the highlighter. And the blush shade I feel like will work for some nice deeper complexions. Maybe not deep dark in terms of it showing up and being like a vibrant type of blush, but I do think this particular duo will work for your tan, your deeper complexions, and you can get some good use out of it. So I actually think these are really cute. I like the compactness of them as well. And for coming out with just 2 shades, I think they did pretty good with the shade selections for that palette. So after the blush, we went on to the lips. I went back in with Groundwork, and I used the Velvet Pomade shades of Bark and Harvest for my lip liner. And then I requested from Beautylish to send me some Danessa Myricks Color Fix Glaze. So I love Color Fix. I'm building my collection because I want to own every shade of every formulation. And so I don't really have a lot of Color Fix glazes. So I wanted to get some more of those. So we have the shade Caramel, which is what you see on my lips. I also popped on the shade Biscotti, and I felt like my lips were looking almost a little too cool toned, not cool toned, but like almost looking too honey for this eye look. So then I went back and put more of Caramel on to like bring everything together. Y'all, like I said, this face, I put on Instagram today, I said the sun is sunning and the face is facing. And that is the look that I am giving right now, and I'm loving it. What's awesome about Color Fix Glaze is that you do get that glossy formulation, but you can use this on the eyes. The gloss is going to stay on the eyes, on the lips, wherever you put it, on the face. It's not going to be one of those glosses that you put on and then you're like, where's the gloss? Where's shine? Beautiful formulation. So when you look at these, don't look at them just for the lips. They're for the eyes, they're for the lips, they're for the face. They're, you know, Danessa Myricks. Put them wherever you want to put them. They will work. So really happy to have these. And yes, so that is the face here. Oh, I did set my face with her for Forever Setting Mist. I love this. This is my 3rd bottle of it. Like, this ain't nothing new. Beautiful setting mist by the brand. So some other things I want to recommend that you should check out while you're at Beautylish. Number 1, powder puffs. Danessa Myricks powder puffs specifically. So powder puffs have been game changer for me in terms of me getting that flawless effect to the skin, especially when applying powder products. I also love to use her powder puffs to apply the skin tint. So if I want like a nice kind of pressed in type of look for my complexion product like foundation and concealer, go in with the powder puffs. She comes in 2 shades and also 2 sizes. So today I went in with the chocolate shade in the larger size, but the caramel shade in the smaller size works beautifully for especially like inner corners of the face, but anywhere along the face. So I literally just pick up whatever powder puff is clean and nearest, and both of them work really well. So I really enjoy using powder puffs when I do want more of that flawless effect. I'll sometimes still go in with a brush, but like nothing presses the powders and the products into the face better than a powder puff. And if you do get the powder puff, don't forget to use both sides. Flip that little ribbon inside out so you can use the other side. Just a little tip. Okay, also, I love, 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 love La Mer, okay? They are my guilty pleasure. La Mer makes me feel like I have done something in life and I'm where I want to be in life, okay? And that's why I love them. Their products are great too, but like personally, that's why I love La Mer. So one of the biggest splurges that I will make in life, I have not had to purchase it yet, thanks to Beautylish, but I will purchase this one day, is the La Mer body cream, okay? This is not nothing that you need, okay? It is a splurge, honey. It is a splurge. But it is a splurge that I'm going to make with such glee. So this is the body cream. It smells divine. It's a very like really rich and hydrating type of body moisturizer. I don't use it a lot because it is expensive and I don't want to run out too fast. So this is what I use when I'm having one of those self-care days where I'm like, let's take out all the luxe stuff. But I really do enjoy using it, and I really like how it makes my skin feel and keeps it hydrated throughout the day. So I did request another one from Beautylish. Thank you so much for sending it to me. So I do have a backup of this. But, you know, all jokes aside, whenever I run out, this will be one of those splurges that I'm going to be like, take my card, because I absolutely love it. And like I said, for me, it is a personal splurge of self-care. So it's one that I will make with glee. Just sharing those that I love. Another product by La Mer that I'm loving is going to be their treatment lotion. This is my second bottle of the treatment lotion, or this might be my third bottle. I love to use this as a really hydrating toner after I wash my face. You can use it day or night, and it adds such hydration to the skin. So as you can see, I'm almost out of this. So when I run out of this, I will purchase this one because it has become a really kind of pertinent part of my skincare routine, especially when the winter months come and my skin gets a little more dry. This is definitely one that I reach for. So love, love, love that and recommend that. And of course, the Creme de la Mer moisturizer. I've actually ran out of that, so I need to pick that up myself. But those are my 3 recommended products from La Mer that I'm like, I love them. Okay, a couple other things that Beautylish shared with me. Some other MyKitCo brushes that I requested from them is my Fluffy Concealer Brush. So I did use this today. I actually like to use this as an eyeshadow shader brush. This is the 0.3 brush. I used it today for my eyes, and I really like how it picks up product, packs it on the lid. I also have the 1.22 Feeliner brush. So this is one that I already owned. I requested another one. This is amazing for applying. This is one that I used today. This is amazing for applying eyeliner. And you actually saw me do it today when I was applying eyeliner for my eye look. And then the last 2 brushes that I requested, we have the My Ultra Multi Brush. This is the 1.7 one. I love to use this for highlighter. I have blended out concealer with this brush. And even like precisely applied powder with it. Beautiful brush for that. Blended out concealer. I think today I used it for my color correction. Like, this is a really good, smaller, fluffier, multi-use brush. And then lastly, we have my Detailing Crease brush. This will be my second one that I have. This is the 1.14 brush. So I like the brush because it is fluffy, but it also blends out product on the eye precisely where I want to blend it because of the pointy tip. So really, really enjoy this one, which is why I requested another one. Then I wanted to try a hair product. So I asked Beautylish to send me the T3 Single Pass Style Max Flat Iron. So I've never tried any products from T3. Haven't used it yet. Still rocking my braids, but I will definitely use this, share it with you all in terms of how I like it, how it works for my hair. But I've heard amazing things about all of their hair products. So I use a flat iron the most in terms of like hair tools. So I was like, this would be a great one to try out first. And then the last couple of recommendations I want to share with you. Of course, they're Danessa Myricks, but they are phenomenal. Okay, we have Lightwork 5. I am still going to do a dedicated review on this palette, so stay tuned for that. But, y'all, there's the sleeve. We've got 18 shades here, 18 new formulations, and what's even better, personally for me, are the affirmations that come with this palette. So I'll turn it this way so you can see the affirmations. You've got 3 rows of energy, and then you've got affirmations for every shade. And so the first time I used this palette, I literally almost started tearing up because I woke up that morning just kind of down, and as I was doing my eye look, I literally was saying the affirmations to myself. So under the mirror, you see it says I am, and then I was like, I am loved, I am healed, I am fearless, I'm unstoppable. And by the time I was done my eye look, I was like, your girl is unstoppable, okay? I feel so good. So this palette is limited edition, and y'all know when Danessa says limited edition, she don't be bringing stuff back. How many times have y'all asked her for Lightwork 3? And where is it? Not here. It's not on the market. So if you are interested in Lightwork 5, I'm telling you, do not sleep on it because she's not going to be around for long. Beautylish does have her in stock, so highly recommend this one. And then her holiday kit. So we have the Blurring Buddies holiday kit, which comes with the mini size of the Universal Balm Powder. And then we have the new Balm Flush shade in It Girl. Really beautiful shade. You know, it's that beautiful hot pink Barbie shade that we all have been loving. And then we have the Dynamic Duo Chrome holiday kit here. So this comes with a new shade of Color Fix and a new shade of her Chrome Flakes. So I will swatch these quickly. I haven't created content with them yet, so I gotta get that going. But I have worn them before, I just didn't create the content. So the new shade of Color Fix is going to be this beautiful, stunning shade called Rock Candy. Look at the shifts in that. This, y'all, I have worn it. It is beautiful. I kind of want to put a little, let's just put a little like right here. Look at that. It is stunning. So pretty. Very kind of more sheer. This is a Color Fix foil. Yes, it's Color Fix foil. So it's a little more sheer in its formulation, which makes it perfect for like a topper shade, kind of like what I'm doing now. But you can also wear it by itself. And once the first layer dries, just add another layer and then you can build the pigmentation. But this is really, really beautiful. And then with the Chrome Flakes, so Chrome Flakes is going to be the shade Confetti. Just as a tip, when you open up the Chrome Flakes, you'll see this white covering and then you'll see a metal tin here. Keep the metal tin so that your Chrome Flakes don't dry out. And also, like Color Fix, a little bit goes a long ways. So you don't need a lot. Like what you're about to see is just way too much. But you know, giving you the action so you can see them side by side. So as you can see, you can layer both of these together. Why don't we? Let's take a little. I'm gonna take the Feliner liner and pick up some of the Chrome Flakes. And then let's add some right here, just so you can see it. Just do a little something, nothing too much. There you go. You see it? It's so pretty. And with the Chrome Flakes, just like with Color Fix, if you want to build, you just let the first layer sit and dry for a little bit, and then you can just add on as you like. So beautiful. So yes, those are my recommendations for the Beautylish Gift Card Event. I have so many more. So if there are products that you're interested in, definitely leave those products down in the comment section below. I will also try to remember to link other videos that I have created for the Beautylish Gift Card Event so you can see other recommendations. But let me know what you are interested in picking up. Let me know if any of these products that I've shared with you are products that you already currently enjoy or that you're interested in. You guys know I want to hear all of that down in the comment section below. And if you've made it to this point in the video and you haven't yet to subscribe to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing and joining the Glam Girl Squad because we'd love to have you. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye, guys.